Okay, let's dive right into this explainer about something you almost certainly have sitting in your kitchen right now. I'm talking about a simple white powder that is, incredibly cheap, totally unassuming, but, and here's the crazy part, it has a chemical profile so versatile that it's been used for everything from mummifying pharaohs to putting out electrical fires. I mean, that is quite the resume. I'm talking, of course, about sodium bicarbonate, or as we all know it, baking soda. Today, we're going to take a really close look at the science, the surprising benefits, and the very real, hidden dangers of this everyday staple. Here is what we're covering today. 1. The everyday miracle. 2. The science of the fizz. 3. A reason to smile. And 4. The danger within. All right, let's jump into section 1. The everyday miracle. Practical household hacks. So let's start with what you probably already know, but with some genuinely incredible applications derived straight from our sources. We all know baking soda makes a great cake, right? But its power outside the mixing bowl is where it truly shines as an everyday miracle. Just look at the sheer versatility of this stuff. According to the folks at Arm & Hammer, baking soda can safely and cheaply replace dozens of harsh chemical cleaners in your home. Because it acts as a mild abrasive, it can scrub away caked-on oven grease without all those toxic fumes. It can dissolve the hard water calcium deposits on your shower head. It can even be sprinkled into your shoes, your carpets, or your cat's litter box to absorb really stubborn odors. And the best part? A box of this stuff costs a fraction of the price of specialized commercial cleansers. It is literally doing the heavy lifting for pennies a day. Let's look at a highly practical application. You know those toxic, corrosive drain cleaners you get at the hardware store? Well, you can skip them. You can safely unclog a slow-moving drain by following this exact 5-step reaction. By combining hot water, baking soda, and vinegar, and then trapping that reaction by covering the drain, boom, you force this intense, bubbly, mechanical scrubbing action deep down into your plumbing. It easily breaks apart residue, and it's completely safe for both your pipes and the environment. Moving on to section 2, the science of the fizz, understanding the chemistry. Now, shifting from what baking soda does to exactly why it works so well, what is the chemistry driving this powder? Let's trace the history real quick and see how this builds. In nature, sodium bicarbonate actually occurs as a mineral. And get this, the ancient Egyptians used a naturally occurring mixture containing sodium bicarbonate called natron to dehydrate mummies. No way, right? Fast forward a bit to 1801, and a chemist named Valentin Rose the Younger officially discovers sodium bicarbonate in Berlin. But it wasn't until 1846 that two American bakers, John Dwight and Austin Church, commercialized it, producing the baking soda from sodium carbonate and carbon dioxide that we'd instantly recognize today. So the secret to its incredible cleaning and neutralizing power lies in this single, absolutely crucial word, amphoteric. Sodium bicarbonate is an amphoteric compound. That means it acts as a universal neutralizer. If it encounters a strong acid, it reacts to neutralize it. If it encounters a strong base, it can react with that too. It's basically constantly working to bring its environment back into a balanced, neutral state. It's like a chemical peacekeeper. The key thing to understand here is how it reacts differently under varied conditions. When you mix it with an acid, like that vinegar in our drain cleaning example, it rapidly releases carbon dioxide gas, creating that famous bubbling fizz that mechanically breaks up grime. But if you expose it to heat over 80 degrees Celsius, it undergoes something called thermal decomposition. Basically, it breaks down and releases carbon dioxide gas entirely on its own. That gas gets trapped in your dough, expanding it, which is exactly why your cakes and breads rise in the oven. Section 3. A reason to smile. Dental and oral hygiene. Transitioning from the kitchen sink to the human body, baking soda turns out to be an absolute powerhouse for your oral health. You've probably seen it listed as an ingredient in your toothpaste, and our sources from the British Dental Nurses Journal explain exactly why it's there. See that number? 8.3? That is the alkaline pH level of baking soda. You see, the inside of your mouth is constantly under attack by acidic byproducts from the foods you eat, which erode your enamel. Baking soda's pH of 8.3 makes it a remarkably friendly bactericidal cleanser for your mouth and gums. It neutralizes those dangerous acids, actively elevating the pH of the bacterial biofilm right there on your teeth. And if you're ever worried about bad breath or halitosis, well, baking soda is your new best friend. Bad breath happens when anaerobic bacteria break down food debris, creating these foul-smelling volatile sulfur compounds, or VSCs. According to the British Dental Nurses Journal, baking soda doesn't just, mask bad breath with a minty flavor, it actually chemically alters those VSCs into a non-volatile state. Toothpaste with high concentrations of baking soda can keep your breath fresh for up to 3 hours by shutting down the odor at a molecular level. Furthermore, despite its gritty texture straight out of the box, it actually has very low intrinsic abrasiveness. This is a huge misconception. People always think baking soda is going to scratch up their teeth, but its low hardness and high solubility mean it's incredibly safe for your enamel. It penetrates bacterial biofilm, it neutralizes butyric acid to hinder gum inflammation, it easily reaches tough plaque, and yeah, it safely removes surface stains to whiten your teeth. It is a true oral hygiene all-star for sure. But now we come to Section 4. The danger within, medical risks of ingestion. Because while it is perfectly safe on your teeth, your carpets, and your countertops, the inside of your stomach is a completely different story. We have to take a serious turn here. You've likely seen the viral internet trends, you know the ones. Influencers and alternative medicine blogs promoting baking soda mixed with water as a daily detox or a cure for indigestion, or even a way to prevent urinary tract infections. We really have to ask, according to actual medical science, is this safe to drink? Well, the short answer is no. The actual medical risks heavily outweigh the unproven benefits. Let's compare the internet claims against the severe, documented medical dangers outlined by drugs.com. While a tiny medically supervised dose might temporarily neutralize stomach acid, drinking baking soda can cause severe electrolyte imbalances. It can cause metabolic alkalosis. Actually, scratch that. It doesn't just cause it. Metabolic alkalosis means it literally raises your blood pH to life-threatening levels, which can trigger confusion and seizures. And even more terrifying, because baking soda creates massive amounts of carbon dioxide gas when it hits stomach acid, consuming large amounts has actually caused human stomachs to rupture. And let's not forget the sodium in sodium bicarbonate. Due to its massive sodium content, drinking it can cause dangerous blood pressure spikes and trigger arrhythmias in vulnerable patients. And trying to cure UTI with baking soda, that only delays the proper antibiotic treatment you actually need, allowing the infection to just get worse. Plus, it can severely alter how your body absorbs prescription drugs. Because of these intense, unpredictable chemical reactions, it is strictly warned against for pregnant women, children, and anyone with heart or kidney disease. So the ultimate takeaway for you from today's explainer is simple and honestly potentially life-saving. Baking soda is a complete chemical marvel. Keep an open box in your fridge to neutralize odors. Look for it in your toothpaste to protect your enamel and whiten your smile. Use it to unclog your drains, but please keep it out of your drinking glass. It's fascinating, isn't it? Leaving us to wonder, what other common, totally unassuming household staples might be hiding such dramatic double lives?